So to say that I took, shall we say, umbrage at someone telling me that I don't clean my trailer and I don't check my dogs for ticks would be something of an understatement. So I like to think I have a pretty thick skin, but this one got me. This one got me so bad that I actually repacked parts of my trailer so that I could show you how I clean my trailer after every trip, and in some cases what I do before every trip. And hopefully you'll get a few ideas for yourself. One might say my honor demanded action be taken. So, shall we begin?
Got a little bit cheesed, as you can tell.
So when ticks aren't totally infesting my trailer, the first thing I do once it's parked is crack a beer, chillax a little bit, and then empty it out. Everything soft goes in the wash, and it usually is several batches. The reason why it probably looked like everything was completely annihilated with dog hair is because these are fleece sheets. They attract hair like the dickens. Would you believe that this, well, actually, this is kind of a bad example because I fuzzified it a little bit. These just came out of the wash, not even a day ago. These came out of the wash and the dryer. And look, they're still, I don't know if you can see it in the sun, they're still covered in dog hair. But whatever, it's just dog glitter. I don't care. Other people do. So, let's put it in the wash, shall we? I also wash my pillows. Not just the pillowcases, the pillows. But wait, there's more, like the hat. I also wash the mattress cover. Yeah, it all comes out. Do you want to know why? I hate the smell of stale fabric. And that thing has got lousy ventilation and is prone to condensation. Check out our last video. And I have bad lungs. Not asthmatic bad lungs, but I'm prone to bronchitis. So with moisture, poor ventilation, and my lungs, I'm not pointing anything else, my lungs, that thing is a rolling bacterial infection. So I am super careful to clean everything out after every trip, and it stays empty, and then I load it up before every trip after I've washed everything again, except for the mattress cover, because that's just a pain. Hey King, do you think you can develop some opposable thumbs and help me out here? Hi. Cleaning vinegar goes on all the hard surfaces. Shall we? I don't know why this bothered me so much. I'm suspecting a little bit of it was that, don't you know, meh. Well, don't you check your dogs? Maybe just the Canadian ticks are pretty freaking tenacious. I love it when they say that. It's like, oh, you got ticks because you didn't check. Some friends of mine were out west, and the two of them checked each other off, left, clothing outside, everything. They still found ticks on them. It's not just the windows. I wasn't kidding when I said hard surfaces. But don't take my word for it. Oh look, king drool too. And I guess it's the same sort of principle as someone saying, how could your car break down? Don't you change the oil? You know what else I do to deal with the moisture? So moisture magnet. It stays in here. It comes out the night before we leave. It comes back in, usually when I park, except when I'm not worried about infesting my house with the ticks that are infesting my trailer. So why vinegar? I mean, I like cleaning vinegar because it's nice and strong. I actually started buying just pretty much gallons of it for getting rid of weeds. but you don't have those harsh chemicals that you would have if you're using like, you know, cleaning products. And considering the fact that we're, again, low ventilation, high humidity, it's prone to off-gassing, I guess is probably the right word in this case. I don't want something as harsh with like really bad for you chemicals. This is going to evaporate or whatever. And it's not going to be like adding any heavy-duty chemically smells that we're going to be putting off, especially if we're in bear country, right? Because we spend time in bear country. Let's go that way now. So yes, my tongue box is a little dirty. That sounds dirty in and of itself. So I'm going to empty this all out. And then I'm going to sweep it out. And then I'm going to vacuum it out. Because this gets dirty, especially with the dog's long lines in and out. And oh, I forgot to put the mat back in. You know, the one that goes on the ground all the time and is in and out, in and out. For shame. I did put my pants back in though. Still haven't found my key. Another reason why I like to clean everything out after every trip is it kind of forces me to think about what I've used and what I haven't used. If something doesn't get used for a trip, then I might remember that and be like, okay, I'm going to pay attention to this for the next trip. And then if I don't use it the next trip, it will often be removed from the rotation of gear often, because I can find something that I will use. I will find a way to A, spend money, and B, fill up space. So I'm going to fill up space with stuff that I use. With the exception of the tarps and the ropes. I keep those, even though I've never used them. In fact, they're still in packages. But I could see the value of those in a lot of situations. I shall continue cleaning. Normally I would vacuum this, but this is pretty clean right now, and I don't have a shop vac. And rather than bring in my home vacuum for a little bit of dirt, I'm gonna just leave it because it's gonna get dirty again soon. Now, to the galley. So if you remember our last video, this kept falling down. Well, it's because these have given up the ghost. Unfortunately, the replacements have not arrived yet. So that's why I have a ladder here holding this up so I don't end up with yet another head injury, which is, if you wondered why I kept saying concuss so many times, I don't need another concussion because they'll suck. Now, shall we get to business? I'm going to empty this all out. But we're not done yet. And I'm going to vacuum this part out because it's not quite as gungy. I know this isn't a proper vacuum cleaner, but it'll do. I apologize. I'm not going to do the lower section because it's all oxidized and kind of gungy, and it would be kind of gross, and you know, this is a household vacuum. But I am going to vacuum in there. One moment, please. Now, because staring at my booty is not scintillating video, I'm going to call it quits there And I will see you once I have finished. So now that this is all cleaned out and vacuumed and, oh, dragonfly, I'm going to put the stuff back in that's going to go back in. Not the food, not the propane tank, the Blackstone, aluminum foil, you know, things that can stay out here. The dishes and such will all be washed and then put away, not in here, in the house, and then they'll be washed again before I load them up here for our next trip. So I'm going to do that now. I put this down where all the leaks were, so I know if there are leaks again. Oh, horsefly. I had like a sudden flashback to the mouse in the vent when we went to Alaska. Come on. Come on. No, out you come. Out you come. Excuse me, I'm going to go make a murder. This way, you... Jack! No murder needed. It flew out. That's what happens when I left the doors wide open so they can get lots of air. Ventilate. I'm going to close the door. Sun's coming out. That is how I clean my trailer. After every trip, some of it before every trip, because yes, I do kind of take it seriously. Let me know what you think. Do you have any tips and tricks that you have? Anything you want to share? Love to hear them. I know that I could use a magic eraser like in here and like get rid of some of those scuff marks, but A, I kind of don't care, and B, I don't want to be doing that with the micro scraping stuff and microplastics and all that. So yeah, let me know. Are you a fan of the cleaning vinegar? This is gonna sit open for a while, and between the heat, I'm out of breath from the heat. It's like, oh, it's so humid. I don't know how you folks in like Florida and Australia where it's humid, I don't know how you do it. I really don't know. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I know I say it with every video, and that's because it's true. You took time out of your day to watch me vent a little. I think it was justified. And apparently now you know how to trigger a video. You just insult me a little bit in the comments, and if it's insulting enough, I will be like, I'm going to prove you wrong. Please don't. I try to be positive. We'll see you out there. Safe travels.